you guys, Lady ReShell here, founder of Warriors Talk, where we empower individuals to take action that leads to a healthier lifestyle, and the author of Take Charge of Cancer. Tonight is day 21 of 31 Facts in 31 Days in recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we're talking about lifestyle changes after breast cancer. So like, share the video, invite someone else in so that they can get this valuable information. If you're listening to it on a replay, just type in hashtag replay. So many women or survivors after breast cancer are really concerned about, is this cancer going to come back, right? So that's one of the biggest worries with anyone who has been diagnosed with cancer. Many women feel like their bodies have betrayed them, right? Like, I've been taking care of you and this is how you repay me with a cancer diagnosis. So many women are really upset, with themselves because of that. So let's talk about some lifestyle changes that happen after a breast cancer diagnosis. And the first thing you need to know is that you need to take care of yourself emotionally. You are going to be an emotional wreck. And because of that, you need to make sure that you are putting yourself first, that whatever it is that you need to get yourself to a right state of mind, that's what you need to be doing. So sometimes you're going to have to put others second and don't feel guilty about it. It's about you. You may want to attend a support group so that you can be around some people who are talking about something that you're interested in, and that's seeing yourself hold and heal and just in a right frame of mind after you have been through this horrific ordeal called cancer. So make sure that you're communicating to your doctor about any concerns that you may have after you have finished going through treatment. So take care of yourself emotionally. When the mind is right, the body will follow. So the second thing you need to know about the different lifestyle changes after a cancer diagnosis is that you need to take care of yourself physically, right? The physical body has to be in shape. And I know you just went through this crazy ordeal putting toxins in your body. So now you have to reset your body, and you have to make sure that from this period on, when you're done with treatment, and you have doctor has given you the clear, now you need to make sure that you're doing the right things from that day forward, right? Really, when you first got the diagnosis. So take care of yourself physically. You should be exercising, make sure you're getting proper sleep. And I have an issue with that because sometimes I don't get the proper sleep, but you need the proper sleep because that's your time for your body to relax, to heal, right? And to restore itself. And if you're not getting the proper amount of hours, the body is not doing that, right? And so you wonder why you're sluggish and you're not performing at your peak, because you're not allowing the body to restore itself. So make sure you're getting the right exercise and the right sleep. You should be getting at least 150 minutes a week of exercise, right? Exercise is proven to help reduce the risk of many diseases, heart disease, diabetes, stroke, cancer. Okay, so doing exercise is only going to be a benefit to you. 30 minutes a day, 45 minutes a day, get moving. Make sure that you're also keeping up with all of your screenings. If the doctors say check in 3 months, then check in 3 months, right? Whatever that is, try not to reschedule those appointments. That way, if something comes up, the doctor can address it right away, okay? So the third thing actually you need to know is when you are done with cancer treatment and your life is beginning after treatment, make sure that you're eating healthy now that you can eat, because when you have chemo, sometimes you can't eat and you have to eat whatever it is that your body would be like, okay, I'll take that, right? So now that you're done with treatment, you're able to taste, you're able to eat, then make sure that you are eating at least, I'm gonna tell you what it says. At least it says eat a rich diet in fruits and vegetables, at least 5 servings a day, right? And it sounds like a lot, but you can snack on fruit throughout the day. You can snack on veggies throughout the day. You can put it in a smoothie and get it that way. There's so many ways that you can get, your healthy diet. You just have to implement something daily. Stay away from red meat. Eliminate red meat because it has proven to be a carcinogen, right? And I know we all love meat. I don't, because I don't eat it anymore. After my cancer diagnosis, I stopped eating meat. So if you can limit your amount of red meat intake, that would be a good health benefit for you. Also increase your fiber. And we want to make sure that you're eating like the healthy fibers, because I know sometimes we can go and get the processed stuff, but if at all possible, make sure that you're getting, the fiber maybe in its rawest form so that your body can digest it properly. The fourth thing you need to know about lifestyle changes after a breast cancer diagnosis is that you need to reduce the stress. We all do. We need to reduce the stress. We need to find ways that we can cope with stressful situations so that we can improve our overall survival, right? Because stress kills, right? Stress is a silent killer. In any way that we can reduce our stress, get counseling, right? Your mental is at stake. Get counseling. Be able to flush that stuff out. Do not keep it in, right? A lot of times we keep it in, and that stress is doing something to our body. So we need to get it out. So exercising is one way to reduce stress as well. But talking to a counselor, you could do that. You could do massage therapy. Sometimes when we're stressed, we're really tense, right? You can go and get massage therapy and kind of release all of that. Take a mini vacation to celebrate how far you have come with cancer. A lot of times when we're done with cancer treatment, we don't celebrate. We just go back to work. It's just business as usual. We don't celebrate this great milestone that we have been in treatment, most of us, for a whole year, right? We've been in this fog for a whole year with chemo, with radiation, with surgery, and just staying focused on getting this cancer out and getting well. So you may want to take a little vacation for yourself so that you can celebrate just how far you become. You need to also embrace your new normal, right? This new normal of, okay, I have had a cancer diagnosis and now this is what I'm dealing with, the aftermath of cancer. So you need to find ways to embrace your new normal, right? If your hair is short and is growing back, embrace it. Wear some little cute, funky styles, put some little pins in it, a bandana on it, a headband or something, get a nice little hat, rock your short hair until it grows back. You may not want it to grow back. You may want to keep it short, but you have to find a way to embrace. So if you were heavy before, overweight before, and now you're on the thin side, or you are where you should be with your weight, celebrate that by going shopping and getting some clothes. There are some things that you can do to help embrace your new normal. It's all about getting into your mind that I have conquered this, and now it's time to celebrate me and what I have done. So let's go to number 5. And these are things that happen, in your life, your lifestyle, after you have had a breast cancer diagnosis and a cancer diagnosis. So number 5 is, don't let that cancer define you. Do not let it define you. You are bigger than cancer. You are more than cancer. And don't let it define you. That was an event in your life. And guess what? Events don't last long. They come to an end. And so does that cancer. And so don't let it define you. Every time you turn around, you're thinking about the cancer, you're thinking about a reoccurrence. Don't do it. Don't do it. Right? Don't let it define you. Live in the moment. Live in the moment. Have fun. This is where you're going to reduce that stress, right? If it's something that you want to do and you're somewhere and somebody approach you with your friends and they say, hey, let's go skating. And you're like, go skating. Go and have fun. If you're on vacation and they want to go parasailing, go. Just go. Take those nerves and that fear with you and hop in that boat, and then let the your parachute come up and sail. Have fun. Live in the moment. Stop always thinking about overthink. We overanalyze everything, right? We overanalyze everything. Here's a time in your life where you don't have to do that, right? You're done with treatment. So here's a time in your life where you could just live in the moment and have fun. So number 7, the lifestyle changes after breast cancer is that I talked about this at the beginning. You can't get around thinking about a recurrence, right? You just can't get around it. That's in the back of your mind. After you have fought so hard, right? After you have been through all of these different changes in your body, and now you're worried about, is this thing going to come back? Am I going to have to fight this thing again? Is this thing going to take me out? Am I going to die? This is something that we all think about. So don't beat yourself up about it, but don't live in that. Don't always live in, is this cancer coming back, right? And that's where that living in the moment comes from. Yeah, every time you get an ache, every time you don't feel good, you're going to be thinking that is the cancer. Don't allow it to rule your life. Again, don't allow it to define you. Sometimes the cancer comes back, sometimes it doesn't. Everybody doesn't get a second diagnosis. So don't allow that to rule your world. Number 8, when you are done with breast cancer treatment, your lifestyle changes, with your body changes, right? You worry about your body image, especially if you have got breasts removed. Now, if you decided not to get reconstructive surgery, now you are worried about, is people gonna know that I don't have any breasts? Do I look right in my clothes without any breasts? Am I gonna find a partner that's gonna love me without breasts? Is my husband gonna be still attracted to me without breasts? You may have one breast. Am I sexy with this one breast? Who is going to find me attractive with one breast? How am I going to find some clothes to fit me with this one breast? May have gotten reconstructive surgery, right? You thinking people looking at you because your boobies are so perky, and they're like, why are they so perky? What's going on with you? And people think you got a boob job when no, you got reconstructive surgery. So we worry about our bodies. We worry about losing our hair. We worry about losing weight. We worry about gaining weight. We worry about our skin turning dark. We worried about we will not look and feel like we did before the cancer. And you won't. You won't. You will not. So don't even try. And this is where you embrace your new normal, right? Don't worry about your body image. Let it come over time, because you just been in a fight of your life. You was fighting for your life, right? This was a life or death situation. Some people avoid looking in the mirror when they're going through a cancer diagnosis. They don't want to see themselves with a bald head, right? They don't want to see their hair coming out, right? Don't compare yourself to anybody else, because you're fighting. Don't compare yourself to anybody but yourself. You are your own competition, and we are also our worst enemy. So don't compare yourself to anybody else when you're going through. Run your own race, run your own marathon. Do that for yourself. Number 9, lifestyle changes when you're going through after a breast cancer diagnosis. I said that. Stop comparing yourself to somebody. The worst thing you can do is look in somebody else's window and you not know what chapter you coming in on. They could be on chapter 9, you're on chapter 1, and you're wondering how they get so far along and you're still here. Don't do that to yourself, okay? Run your race. Number 10, lifestyle changes after a breast cancer diagnosis. Don't avoid activities. If somebody asks you to go out, go, right? If you feel up to it, if you have the strength, then I encourage you, go. Don't allow life to pass you by just because you had a cancer diagnosis, right? Don't do that. Still make sure that you are enjoying life. So number 11, when it comes to lifestyle changes after a breast cancer diagnosis, is that you need to take time to explore who you are after that breast cancer diagnosis, because you're not the same person you were going into that cancer diagnosis coming out. You are a totally different person, right? You have shedded off that old person, and now you got to figure out, who am I? Who am I? And when you're going through that, guess what's going to happen? Your values are going to shift. So some of the stuff, if you was a person that partied all the time and all you did was hung out, that might not be a value of yours right now. It may be you spending time with your children and making memories with your children, right? Your focus begins to change, right? Your priorities begin to change. Life looks different, right? Why? Because time is of the essence. Time is of the essence, and you don't want to waste another moment on stuff that's meaningless, right? You want to make sure that whatever you do, it counts, it means something. So your values, your priorities, they all shift, they change. The 13th way that you have lifestyle changes after a breast cancer diagnosis is that find ways to empower your body, right? Find ways to feel sexy. Find ways to embrace the new you, whatever that looks like. You may want to change your whole style of dress. If you used to dress one way and now you're like, let me do something totally different. Do it for yourself, not for anybody else. This is to make you feel good, to make you feel empowered, and don't allow anybody else to tear down what you're trying to build when it comes to the way that you feel. Empower yourself. So number 14, and this is a really big one right here, is sexual changes. When you have a breast cancer diagnosis, sexually, things change, right? Because some people have body image problems, right? Again, we talked about having no breasts. Now you feel insecure because you wondering like, oh, again, am I sexy? Is my man gonna find me sexy because I don't have any breasts? Is my man gonna find me sexy because I have one breast? Is he gonna still think I'm attractive because I have these implants in me, right? When you're going through chemo, you lose hair, right? You lose pubic hair, you lose the hair on your head, you lose the hair in your nose, like you lose all the hair. So you feel some type of way when you gotta get naked. You just like, oh, like, is this sexy? Like, this ain't sexy. So you gotta find ways to deal with the sexual changes. You're gonna have some vaginal dryness. Why? Because chemo dries you out, right? So you're gonna have to find ways to deal with that. Get some lubricants, talk to your doctor. You may not even feel your libido may be low. You may not even feel like doing anything. Why? Because you don't feel sexy, because you're fatigued, right? And because you just really trying to heal, but you may have this partner at home, your husband at home, that you may want to make sure that they're satisfied. So then you got to have that conversation with your husband and say, okay, let him be a part of everything that's going on so he can see the changes being made, so that he can have some type of empathy or sympathy with you while you're going through it. And he's going to be patient with you and not try to rush you through the process. There's other ways to be sexual other than intercourse, right? Find different ways to be intimate with each other. The last one is number 15, and that's looks can be deceiving. And what I mean by that is that just because the person that has cancer, like they look well on the outside and it looks like they back to normal, to their usual self, but in the inside it may be turmoil going on in their mind and in their body, just trying to find, themselves all over again. So just because they look good on the outside, don't just be like expecting them to just hop full force right into everything that they used to do. Allow them to guide that conversation. Allow them to let you know when they're ready to do certain things. So you can look well on the outside, but on the inside, you still could be sick and you still could be battling your mind, trying to deal with this new normal of life after cancer. So there you have it, you guys. I just gave you day 21, and day 21 was lifestyle changes after a breast cancer diagnosis. And we know one of the biggest ones that women tend to think about is the recurrence in body issues and sexual intimacy. So don't be afraid to embrace who you are after that cancer diagnosis. Reinvent yourself, right? Here's your chance to have a second chance at life and to reinvent yourself and to be unapologetic about it. So join me tomorrow, you guys, for day 22 of 31, that is 31 days, 31 facts in recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I am just so excited that we are on day 22. I hope that you feel empowered. I hope that you feel educated and that you are able to take your awareness.
Greetings, I am Pastor Michael Richardson.
And I am First Lady Anastasia Richardson from the Emmanuel Church of God in Christ. We're located at 3058 West Van Buren in Chicago, Illinois. We are building upon a solid foundation.
And we're inviting you to join us every Sunday morning on Facebook Live at Emmanuel Kojic at 10:15 Central Standard Time. And you can also view our videos on our YouTube channel at Emmanuel Kojic-MR. Once again, this is Pastor Michael Richardson
and First Lady Anastasia Richardson. And we're from the Emmanuel Church of God in Christ. We are building upon a solid foundation.
That is my biggest show sponsor, you guys. So I wanted to highlight them on the show tonight. You can catch them every Sunday morning at 10:15 a.m. on Facebook. And I just want to make sure that I announce our 5th annual Survivors Night of Reflection Gala taking place on this Saturday, October the 23rd. I'm so excited. We have Razal Gilmore, who is the co-host of Warriors Talk. He's going to be emceeing the event that night. And then we have the amazing, phenomenal Lisa Adams, who is our guest speaker, an award-winning author, actress, filmmaker, speaker, survivor, the founder of the Self-Love Motivation Academy. She's a mentor, and she is a founder of the Lisa Adams Group. And then we have a 3-time national award-winning poet, Janine Hall, and she's a playwright, a radio show host. She's a domestic survivor, and she is going to be sharing with us on open mic. So I'm so excited about that. We are going to honor survivors on that night. We're going to cheer on those who are still in the fight. And then we're going to remember those who have gone on before us. So this is a night to honor, to celebrate, and to just live again in the moment on that night. And our theme for the night is empowering the warrior within. So I'm so excited about that night. We're going to have a full house, and God is just showing up, and he is blessing. So you guys can still donate. If you haven't, if you didn't purchase a ticket, you can donate. Just go to warriorstalk.org to donate, or you can go to, you can send it to my Cash App and just put donation in the notes. And the Cash App is $ capital W Warriors with an S and then talk. And so on that night, we're going to award a survivor of the year and a community warrior. And also our goal is to bless an individual who is fighting cancer. So excited. So for those of you who have purchased a ticket, can't wait to see you there in your pink. It's going to be so exciting. So you guys join me tomorrow night for 31 days, 31 facts in recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Again, this is ReShell, author of Take Charge of Cancer, founder of Warriors Talk, where we empower individuals to take action that leads to a healthier lifestyle.